Hi, my name is Angelina Conde, and welcome to my final exam. So I wanted to first begin by addressing the topic of this entire exam, which is social media marketing. So basically, social media marketing is known as the use of social media platforms in order to connect with your intended audience as well as others. So ultimately, the goal with social media marketing is just to build your brand and to build yourself and to promote your products and things like that. And when building a brand with purpose and products, a common marketing technique would be having a social media contest. So in order to increase your sales for your desired company, most people would um, have an operation of a social media contest, and factors that follow below, obviously. So, this marketing technique can be extremely effective for not only large companies but smaller ones too. Although I know most of the time, larger companies are able to give more, but necessarily it's not really how much you can give. It's really what you can offer to your consumers at the end of the day. So really, you're just helping out one or a couple of people debating, depending on your social media contests. But I really believe that those are extremely helpful and a way to that this strategy allows you your business to connect with your follower base, and it gives it a chance to network your company and the products being given. It gives you a chance to have your brand looked at a little bit more in depth when you do social media contests, and people love free stuff. So I don't think that it's ever wrong not to do a social media contest. There are multiple benefits and advantages that occur from social media contests, and so I think it's extremely important to use them. So as I said previously, one marketing technique many companies use to engage with their followers are social media contests. And but some other tips that allow for more audience engagement would be first to add relevant hashtags to your post in order to expand engagement. When people post hashtags, no matter if it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even, it connects that post to multiple other categories and topics. So by hashtagging, it just kind of makes your post a little bit more out there, as opposed to just kind of being within your closed profile. And especially for a brand, you want to make sure that you're hashtagging your pictures all the time with different things. Like, for example, I'm in my bedroom, and if I was to take a photo right now of me in my bedroom, I would say bed, jacket, black hair, girl, hashtag all that kind of stuff, that it just kind of connects and ties in with the picture. Um, so as I was saying, you want to add relevant hashtags. Another thing that you can do to expand engagement would be to, of course, create polls, surveys, contests, giveaways, and all that good stuff. Because that brings in the engagement of your followers and makes others, kind of see your post and say, oh, like what brand is this? And let me figure out what they have to offer. What are their prices? It gets people talking and more interested and engaged. And my last tip would be to, of course, share followers' content. Anytime, let's say you do a giveaway or a social media contest, you always want to make sure you give credit to where credit is due. Especially posting the content that your followers or your fan base posts of your products and what it does for them and how it makes them feel and things of that nature that people love, or any questions about your product that people ask but don't know the answers to yet, will give you more engagement as well. Because if the everyday person is asking certain things about your product, the more questions they're asking, the better it is for you, because that means more people are interested and want to know what your product is. So as I was saying, this ultimately gains the respect and trust of your follower base and would increase engagement by using the share or repost button on any social media platform. So that is my last tip on, what you can do in order to gain more audience engagement. So, when it comes to social media platforms, um, two of my favorite apps that I use would be Pinterest and Instagram. And I use Pinterest like no other. I love my little boards, my pins, all that good stuff. Instagram, my first favorite app, mainly because I feel like I can show who I am and be very creative with both apps. But when it comes to Pinterest and Instagram, they have a lot of similarities, but they also have a lot of differences. So both apps involve an enormous amount of pictures from different users, as well as having two different purposes. Pinterest has users that search for a numerous amount of creative photos that users either post or pin, like I stated previously. So these pins are made up of a theme based on a photo album, which is also called a board. You have your board, and you have multiple selections of, different things like nails, hair, outfits, things like that, to where you search them up on Pinterest, and it kind of gives you ideas and things of what you like. And you can do it yourself things, which is also known as DIY. There's ideas like that where you can just create. Pinterest is mainly an app where it allows you to just be creative and be organized with what you like and how you like it when it comes to, different things. If you were into cars, okay, Toyotas, Fords, whatever, Pinterest has it. If you were into, if you're a teacher, how do I look up an ABC chart for my kids? Oh, Pinterest has ideas like that. So it's a very good way to get your creative energy out. Instagram, on the other hand, Instagram is more of an app where you post more personal photos, although they both involve photos. Instagram is where a profile theme is not necessarily the goal. Not that there's a goal behind there's always a goal behind what you're trying to portray, or what do you want others to see. And so for Pinterest, it's more people portray their creative side, their organizational side when it comes to different factors and things that they like, that they want to try out or do. Instagram is more of a way to let others know what you are doing in your life, or what are the things that you like. Not necessarily, some people don't always post their lives, but it's a way to post what they want to post in order to connect to whoever their target audience is. So users use both of these platforms for posting creative ideas and products and connecting with others, but they also both share and repost. And overall, it's just a way for people to post who they are or what they like. And I genuinely appreciate apps like that. Sometimes people can either take it overboard, or they can appreciate the creative side of what goes on instead of looking just too deep into it. And social media benefits us. It really does. But another topic that I would like to discuss are content strategies. So some content strategies we discussed in week 5 include scheduling posts prior to taking the posting the picture. So if you, for example, Monday, I would do a bunch of events and things like that and take pictures, but I wouldn't post it until Wednesday, or whenever I felt necessary to post those pictures. It would be, for content strategy, you always want to make sure that you have the next content scheduled for the next post, in order to, when are you posting? Do your not your fans necessarily, but your consumers, your followers know when are they going to get updates on certain things. They want to know certain strategies, such as knowing who your target audience is. Once you know who your target audience is, it makes it a lot easier to figure out. Although you would like to branch out to different audiences, it's important to understand, say if I was selling something that, fishermen used, I'm not going to go and look for a demographic of 12 to 17-year-old girls. They don't know when they don't fish. It's not seen. So you always want to make sure that you know who your target audience is, so that way your content strategies match up to who your target audience is, so that way they can be engaged with what you're even doing or talking about. Another one would be to have a promotion plan. So determining what profiles are best to use. These strategies will increase traffic for a restaurant, a bar, or a retail store. So for example, when it comes to promotion plan, many restaurants do things that that allow them to be promoted, like working in sports events or having their tents out there and things like that, posting on their social media sites such as Instagram. We will be here at this amount of time. Come see us, come get some free, things, blah, blah, blah. Um, and it'll just bring more and more consumers to you, not only through person but online as well, because that's where it starts, that's where we connect. And overall, I believe that social media just allows us to be and stay connected, and I think that's really, really great, especially for times like this. And in the pandemic that we are, or epidemic that we are in. But my last point of social media and the attributes that it brings to the world. Some do claim that social media is degrading the value of the youth, and I just think that that is far from it. The reason I believe this is false is due to social media just helping our youth, if anything. Social media keeps multiple kids up to date with incidents that are broad, that the news might not even know yet. I know many kids nowadays are up to date with social media. Many kids are able to be and stay creative when it comes to social media. And although there are many debates about what people post, is it fake, is it true, it degrades the sense of kids knowing what's real and what's fake. And I understand that aspect of it, but at the end of the day, I don't ever believe that it's to degrade the youth. I think it's just bad tactics of what attracts what. And if you know the difference between real and fake, I think social media will just benefit you, instead of maybe making someone think that it's degrading them, as opposed to, once you see that outlook on it, I truly believe that social media is just a way for somebody to just go up in life, mainly because social media just is a very big is a very big platform that many people can use, and it just will allow them to just network and continue to be who they are. And if they stay true to who they are, it'll just be looked at as a positive. So it just gives the youth the freedom to express themselves, and even benefit from high engagements. They benefit from their talents. I do not believe that it degrades the youth, but more so just be looked at as a positive. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much, and